time on Highway Thru Hell.
Good to go? Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down.
Heavy Rescue's toughest oil patch wreck
Hold it.
puts the Rotator to the test.
Hey!
You don't get a job just because you're Sonny Boy, right?
The rookie fights to join the A-team.
It's either you do or you don't. I have to do.
And back in BC,
somewhere in there, there's a physics lesson.
a monster wreck overwhelms
Keep going.
the men and machines left
I
behind.
don't want him to hit you. Keep going.
On the Highway Thru Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster, because closure is not an option. It's 4 a.m.
Shoot and then quad my way up.
The wicked storm that's hammered BC's Coquihalla Highway for more than a day is finally dying off. Down in the Fraser Valley,
Trailer's cut right in half. That's what I heard. Not a good thing to happen.
Heavy Rescue has been out all night after a semi loaded with wine was ripped in half.
I'd take this as a win.
Heavy Rescue's lead BC driver, Howie has got traffic moving.
Are they opening a westbound lane? Looks like traffic's moving here.
Even as the storm fades, it's left a huge mess in its wake. Sand trucks prep the mountain for the semis that are finally rolling again.
Road's iced straight up on us. All trucks were dispatched. Quite a mess. Quite a mess.
It doesn't take long before there's trouble.
When I put all the steering on that way, then trailer moves that, and it's jackknife.
The jackknife happened in the worst place possible. The brake check at the top of the mountain.
Look at the road.
Yeah.
You can't even walk on it.
Yeah.
Come down the hill, nowhere to go.
Truckers aren't allowed to descend the dangerous smasher without stopping and inspecting their brakes at the pullout.
Al is on site here at the brake check. You should have that truck cleared here shortly.
Until the jackknife is cleared, no one can get in.
Brake check on the road there and bypass is blocked up there.
The call goes to Quiring Towing and Al's right-hand man, Gord Boyd.
First, we're going to have you straightened out, get you out of the way so these guys can get through.
Gord knows truckers are bypassing the lineup and blowing off the brake check.
The biggest concern there is someone who doesn't know the road and comes sailing past there and comes over the top of that hill doing 100 clicks in that weather with a loaded truck. That is scary.
Glad it didn't go that way.
Because once you start down that hill, you're committed. And if you're doing 100 clicks, you're in trouble. Big trouble. This should work. It'll take 2 or 3 short pulls and I'll have him straightened out. This is all basic physics, you know. Newton was right and so was Archimedes. It's a lever and a fulcrum. The first thing you do is take the long lever and straighten it out. Once you get the trailer straightened out, then you can worry about straightening the truck out. This truck is not drivable. I'm gonna hook him up and take him home. A successful fishing trip.
Looks like it's opening up then.
A few hours later, salvage crews returned to the site of last night's violent wine wreck. The highway is open, but there's still work to do for Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue.
Morning. Fine.
Last night, a semi crossed the median into the oncoming lane, right into the path of another truck. One trailer was sliced in half, The other semi totaled. With Jamie following his rotator to Alberta, Howie cleared most of the wreck with just one 25-ton wrecker. All that's left now is the gnarled back half of the wine trailer.
Well, I'd like to grab the carriage somewhere.
"14 hours to the northeast.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Where you at?
Adam Gazzola gets an update from his boss, Jamie, who's en route to join him.
Are you bringing Brandon with you?
Yeah.
You're not keeping him here, are you?
We'll talk.
Yo, you gotta be joking.
No big issue, buddy.
Okay. Bye.
Back in BC, with Jamie heading north, Al Quiring is playing king of the coke.
There's E06 that went off the road.
This is all you need. Never runs out of gas. At the end of the day, we shave with it.
During the storm, a fully loaded trailer went into the median.
It's a hard place to handle that particular little area because it is very narrow. You're on a downhill grade, very dangerous.
Al's sons, Kerry and Lucas, are also on scene as swampers.
I'm just running on adrenaline, and in fact, we gotta get the highway open and get us out of here.
See if we can hook the, see if the strap is long enough to go. Grab the other strap, Luke.
It's the kind of wreck that would be perfect for Jamie's rotator. But Al has a different approach.
My dad needs a rotator. He just calls this local crane company.
The crane is a way more efficient machine. Start getting these pieces of out of here.
Start a line up and just start passing them up.
That load was a whole 53-foot trailer full of these 1,000-pound crates, 2 feet by 2 feet by probably 8 or 10 feet. You know, pull a couple crates out, move some cardboard, and just kind of keep working your way into the trailer like that.
Al wants the trailer empty before he tries to get it back on the road.
Grab the
Pipe and take them both?
grab the pipe. It'll take both of them.
But the job is fighting him.
Watch out behind you, Al.
Up on the coke, Al Quiring is fighting with a heavy load of cargo after a trailer rolled over.
There were some really hard things to handle in there, and because the trailer's floor is very slippery and on an angle, you know, you're worried about injuries.
Watch out behind you, Al. It's moving.
Try and get a bite with it.
I can't carry.
Ready? 1, go!
Al realizes he can't continue to empty the trailer safely.
It's falling out now. So you got to be very conscientious of your working environment.
He'll take a chance and pull with the remaining cargo inside.
It's down.
And that's a big risk.
As we're dragging it up, that freight is kind of sitting on the roof. Hopefully it's not going to blow a hole through it. Down, down, down.
40 minutes southwest, just outside of Hope, Heavy Rescue's Howie Irwin is struggling with another mess.
Need help, Howie?
No.
No, you're okay?
Give me a minute.
He needs to release the brakes so he can remove the final piece from last night's massive wreck.
Air. I need some hair.
But the air lines are severed, so the air brakes are locked.
Ugh.
Howie needs to feed in a supply of air.
Pretty much just hack and slash those hoses off, jam a fitting in it, and go for broke. That sounded like brakes to me.
I pretty much want to grab it right here. Okay. I got 2 chains I'm gonna hook up. Yeah. I'm gonna run them out, just do a chain lift just like I did on the truck last night. Okay? Okay? I'll honk when I'm ready. I'm just gonna give her lots of throttle and hope for a good bounce and drag it out onto the highway. Good job.
As Howie clears the last of it away,
All day long.
the biggest recovery of the season is officially over.
I would call it a pretty good success. I made lemonade out of a lemon.
Back on the mountain,
They say we gotta come your way, probably about 6 feet, because that curb is in here.
Al Quiring is gambling, pulling the trailer up the steep slope with cargo still inside.
I need 2 half-inch undecking chains. Don't throw them.
3 tons of freight could rip right through the trailer.
That freight is resting against the roof. The last thing you want to do is create more damage than there already is.
They rig to the bottom of the trailer to make the tough pull through heavy snow.
That thing, remember, is frozen in the ground. Till you break it free, fighting frozen resistance.
Good. Jacks up, pull ahead, just get your ass end over a little bit. Now we're cooking with fire.
It's the floor of the trailer that's actually doing the pushing of the snow. So you pull it up, you get it just to the edge, and you bring it up and set it on top of it, and now you've got this nice little rocker sitting there.
Nice.
The trailer held, but now they need to roll it onto its wheels.
I got those straps ready. We'll just shackle on.
To maintain control, Al and Gord build a sling out of Teflon straps.
We'll do the old-fashioned Aldergrove jelly roll.
To rotate the trailer upright, each end will be rigged with 2 lines. One set will lift the trailer off its side, while the other set controls the drop.
Just mostly with that one, let her down.
Yeah, you bet. It's a balancing act. I'm gonna bring one cable in and one cable out, and I'm just gonna rotate this thing just like a barrel. Let the pendulum effect come into play. Once it settles down in the straight line behind me, then I'm gonna pull that bottom one up and bring this one down, and it's just gonna rotate.
But the leftover freight in the trailer is a wild card.
If something shifts inside, it could over-rotate.
Sending it into the lane of traffic just a few feet away.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Just like that.
Quiring chalks up another win.
Yeah, amazing what you can accomplish with 2 guys.
I'm out here.
Okay, I'll see you over there. Another day in the life of the Coquihalla Cowboys.
In Alberta,
Jamie, he's bringing his stepson with him.
Adam Gazzola is heading to conduct a job interview.
I didn't even know he was coming. I was kind of shocked, actually.
Brandon has been pushing for a chance to work up north.
I'm like, man, what's he gonna do out here in minus 48?
It's really his decision to have you or not have you, right? You got to convince him, not me. You don't get a job just because you're Sonny Boy, right? You got to work on it for real.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I wanted to come out here and man up, balls up, and get to work and get hands-on into it.
I just don't know if you really know what you're getting into. Like, it's the harshest environment I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
It's either you do or you don't, and I have to do.
You know, I'm not trying to be ignorant when I say this, but your mommy isn't around here, right?
No, I know.
So...
I'm coming here to work my ass off and do it.
You gotta suck it up, and...
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are gonna give you attitude when you get there. You know that.
You think so?
Well, you know, you gotta earn their trust, right? You gotta prove to them. You know, you've kind of flaked out before when people are trying to teach you things.
Yeah.
You know, this is gonna be tough love for you. So whatever the you gotta do, right? So.
Oh yeah, I'm down in anything. That's when things will work out and everyone will become a team, when everyone's working and everyone's helping each other out.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Brandon heads to his first day on the job.
What the hell are you doing here? You come to work? Or
Yeah,
I
came to work.
Pretty.
Brandon's coming to do training with you guys.
Hope you brought some warm clothes, boy.
We're not gonna, show him any favoritism just because he's Jamie's, son, whatnot. We're gonna work him and train him if he wants it.
An hour later, Brandon's going to get the chance on a hard recovery.
So here comes the rotator now.
Yeah.
You're right on time.
Perfect.
Jamie's mighty rotator is arriving for a job so tough, it convinced him to bring his biggest record from BC.
We had a bucket truck to flip over that needed the rotator, and we made a decision to have the rotator driven up here.
So instead of this truck sitting in the garage in Hope, here it is making money.
Today is our second attempt at going up and getting a crane truck that rolled over down an embankment.
HR 68 and the Army truck met their match against the top-heavy bucket truck.
Out of Hope and Hell. I don't think we're gonna get her. It's a hard pull. Get back your lines off, we're done. Get off the road.
Brandon with me. First day flagging on the 881.
Yeah, first one here. I'm excited to do it and see what it's like.
The good thing is right here, you guys can see each other.
Yeah, I can see. That's the last one.
Turn your sign around, yeah.
Big unit.
We needed the rotator there because the bucket truck just has a really significant gross weight. And it's a big, expensive, heavy machine.
And it's deep in the ditch, testing the rotator's 75-ton capacity.
They've got the traffic control going now. I think what we'll do is we'll take this lane, I'll back up.
Yeah.
You back up in the front, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll get our rigging down to the machine.
Yeah.
And we'll swing out together at once.
Okay.
And then do it.
They'll rig 2 lines from Collins' wrecker to the front axle of the bucket truck, and 2 more lines from the rotator to the rear.
I brought down all the chains too for the front end.
Okay. Can you grab a piece of angle iron? We'll throw it across there too.
The bucket truck carries a $250,000 boom arm. The crew needs to take extra care with their rigging.
And then we just
tied it in,
chained it and everything back to the brace.
You get right up in here.
And then we just in and around both of these pieces here.
Jamie gambled big bringing the rotator to Alberta.
Looks pretty good on the base.
He's about to find out if it'll pay off.
So you want to block the road first, then run the lines down?
What do you want to do?
Well,
you do the road lines first?
We ran the lines down and then, yeah, because we're pretty much...
Okay, good decision. We'll do that.
You want to do that? Okay.
Okay. We're gonna wait for him to come through, and then we're gonna block the road.
Blocking this road, even for a few minutes, has big consequences.
This is the main vein to the north, and all the oil-related businesses. Okay, let's go. You get in
let's
here.
go.
Stop all traffic. Come on, let's go.
Back in BC,
All I know is it's a lumber truck blocking 3 or 4 lanes, so obviously he came screaming into a corner, lost control. Splash. It's all over the place.
Heavy Rescue's Howie Irwin heads to a wreck on the notoriously windy Highway 3.
I got 135 kilometers to go to get there, and I got a truck that does 90K an hour.
Howie's usual ride, HR66,
I'll just feed this up to the mess you got right there.
is down and under the care of shop manager Robin MacArthur.
Yeah, that one melted wire almost scares me.
The punishing conditions of last night's recovery caused massive damage to the electrical system.
Somewhere in the system, we've lost power to the back of the truck. Basically, the working half of this truck will be completely rewired.
Howie is stuck with a single axle designed to haul delivery vans.
I'm driving a glorified 1-ton, and everybody else is in Alberta. Sweet. I can see the bottom of the truck facing me on the shoulder, front end, nose down in the ditch. She's a pretzel. I can see the bottom of the trailers upright. There's some wood poking out, and I can see the pile behind it. It left it all laying on the road pretty much behind it.
Howie and his truck are simply outmatched.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just west of Princeton, BC, Heavy Rescue has arrived at a 50,000-pound lumber wreck on Highway 3.
It was pretty much bent in a Z, tractor pointing forward in the ditch, lead trailer across 3 lanes of traffic, and the pup 90 degrees to it. Then I can start working on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess so.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks. Well, apparently the driver was having his lunch, reached for a sandwich, and drove straight into the ditch.
With Howie's heavy wrecker in the shop, he'll need to improvise. But even with 2 more trucks arriving, he hasn't got much to work with.
I have 1 10-ton wrecker, and I have 2 15-ton trucks.
The road has been blocked for more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Load of toothpicks.
So Howie doesn't waste any time working out his plan.
As soon as he's got most of the load gone, pretty much plan on straightening this thing out.
Pulling her that way.
Pulling it that way, get the twist out of it.
Yep.
Then we'll have to roll it over and then suck the tractor out.
Yeah, I figured that's what the plan would be.
Lumber wrecks normally require at least 2 heavy wreckers. But with limited muscle, Howie will need to space his 3 single-axle trucks along the length of the semi. 2 wreckers will run lines to the trailer. The 3rd will pull the cab. Even if he rigs it right, Howie might not have enough weight to roll the truck.
Well, it's 25 tons, and I have to overcome that weight. So I'm using the truck against itself. It's like karate, using your enemy's energy against himself.
Well, right now I'd like to get it done before dark. The sun's gonna go down here fairly quickly.
Howie and Jamie's newest driver, Wayne Sahada,
I got it.
rig up to the rear of the trailer.
Hook both chains to it.
I'm knowledgeable. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, hang on.
Wayne just moved to Hope to help Jamie keep the coke operation running while more men and machines head for Alberta.
I already know about the problems, and I wanted to try to help be part of the solution and fix it, or, you know, not make it worse.
Okay, watch out.
With the trailers rigged, Howie's first job, drag the wreck straight.
Good.
Now the hard part, flipping the B train. With 3 trucks, never intended for a job this size.
It's a mess.
This machine's probably, I'm gonna say, $500,000.
In northern Alberta, 30 minutes north of Lac La Biche,
we can bring it out of here, not cause the owner any more troubles and extra damage, this is good.
Jamie and the crew have rigged the Rotator and HR68 to the bucket truck.
Not freezing today.
No, it's not too bad at all. Only thing cold on me is my face. That's about it.
And Brandon is settling into his new assignment.
You good to go?
Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down.
Okay, go ahead, call him.
It's a gamble sending our flagship out there. That cannot be a fail. It's got to be a win.
Okay, get going, call it.
Right, yeah.
Doesn't want to flip, it's dragging into the bank. Hold it. Is this snatch block gonna get caught under the tire?
So Chuck is lying here.
Take the one line off. Well, that's kind of a bit of a mistake there. So they should have had a little more chain there to make it so when the thing comes down, it doesn't come down on your chain, right?
They'll have no way to unhook and re-rig for the pull to the highway.
There.
Okay, good. Good enough. Okay, so let's flip it. Okay, ready? What do you think, Adam? Think it'll stay?
Oh yeah, he'll be good.
Hey, Sammy, let him go.
Sending.
The crew must now drag the 25-ton truck through the deep snow.
You get on the front end and we'll both pull. And you pull straight ahead.
I'll pull it up and then you just kind of hold it, make sure she doesn't.
Yeah, and I'll keep on the boom section.
Okay.
We're not gonna try to tear this up sideways up the bank. We're just gonna give it a nice long, sweeping pull out up on a nice angle. As he pulls ahead, I'm gonna kind of give him a hand and I'm gonna follow his radius. So he's gonna come out like that. It'll be the easiest on his equipment and easy on our equipment.
We're gonna start her up.
Jamie will swing the Rotator's boom, keeping the truck from tipping while Colin pulls it forward.
After that car, Brad, and then you can tell him he can send.
There's one more truck coming up here. I'm gonna send him.
Because we can't block the road, this traffic's moving. So I also use the Rotator boom on the side to winch it up as well. So we're both actually winching together.
I'm gonna guess that truck is about 50,000, maybe 60,000 pounds. Pretty heavy. Are you sliding?
You're getting pretty close to that edge, dude.
I had a pretty good lean on it. She was dragging.
Yeah, Jamie, that's got me right down.
It was getting closer and closer to that ditch.
Heavy Rescue is still waiting for custom ice cleats that can dig into the frozen northern highway.
I was a little concerned, and I looked over at Jamie, and he said, "Keep going."
I don't really care if you suck this thing into the gravel, right? Let it find its happy spot. I can always pull you out, right?
Okay, I'm just checking. That's
Yeah,
what
don't be afraid to winch on something, right?
All right.
His truck, he says, winch her into the ditch, and I'll pull you out. All right, boss.
You know, it's okay to drag that truck. He needs to drag it so that it can anchor down, right?
Get tension on the other line. We're getting there.
There we go. Coming though, we're almost home. Almost there.
Beauty.
Working out, eh? We're back.
The team is firing on all cylinders. Most importantly, I'm back in the saddle doing what I really love.
Last pickup truck last. Copy that?
For Brandon, it's not a bad first day on the job.
It went well. I'm in for the long haul here. I'll be staying here for good.
From a few months ago to where we are now, we're going to the moon, Alice.
Back on BC's Highway 3.
When we're ready, we'll shut it down, pull out, lock it in, and we'll lift it over. Okay.
Howie's under pressure from the RCMP to clear a flipped lumber truck before nightfall.
Eventually, we will close the road, but we will do it for the least amount of time as possible.
And he's only got 3 medium-duty trucks to flip 50,000 pounds.
Just park right behind it, this way across the road. Okay, please.
Howie positions his weakest truck at the back.
Just kind of line up right here.
To tackle the lightest point of the load.
I'll put Don at the back, 47 in the middle. I'll grab it from the front.
I'm looking for a hookup point.
Wayne will pull from the middle of the chassis.
Okay.
Wayne's there in 47, and it's just a little Holmes 500. It's like a 10-ton record. So I know it'll put 20,000 pounds of force against it.
At the front, Howie started rigging up his truck.
Howie, I can't get it out.
But he discovers a problem with his winch.
Yeah, well, let me, Why the is it not turning now?
I had one winch that wouldn't function at all, so I mean, I'm stuck to one line and a deck winch.
The deck winch pulls from a lower angle. Howie might not have the leverage he needs.
You want to run this one? Oh, that's not working, is it?
No, it's not. So we're gonna use the deck winch. Whenever you want to shut her down, shut her down.
Okay.
You think it's gonna go, buddy?
Yep.
All right.
Honestly, I do.
You all set?
I'm ready to roll, yep. Look out!
You think it's gonna go, buddy?
Honestly, I do.
With daylight fading, Howie's racing to flip a 50,000-pound monster wreck.
I'm ready to roll, yep.
It's a job for 2 heavy wreckers. Howie is trying to make do with 3 small trucks.
Come on, dude. Pull on it.
Oh, I'm off the ground here.
Once the truck started lifting the front tires off the ground, he started to panic.
Keep going. Just keep going.
I should put my wheel lift down.
Just keep going.
I'm gonna put my wheel lift down.
Keep going. Keep pulling on it, man.
Howie was like, just keep pulling, keep pulling. I'm like, Howie, it's not doing nothing. It's just pulling my truck in the air. I don't like this. My truck was like right in the air, and I don't like that. If your truck's this far off the ground and the cable snaps, it just goes kaboom. If your truck's this high off the ground and the cable snaps, it goes kaboom.
Was he smacking you?
Oh yeah, the old
Who was driving, you?
I drove back. He
I couldn't do it anymore, buddy.
Up in northern Alberta, the guys have settled into their new crew house. It's a step up from sleeping in the shop, but oil patch real estate is hard to find.
We have a little house that's about the size of a 2-car garage. This is where the manager stays here, the administration sergeant. Big shot boss guy. He gets the big room and the big bed. This is our driver's lounge right here. So we all kind of stay right in this little area here. That's Adam's king chair there. Lee sleeps right here in his fold-out bed.
Rented out chair.
Yeah, and this is rented out. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
And how much is that a month?
3.
300 a month for that
Well
here.
worth it.
So that's what the oil field does to you. You get $300 for a couch here, buddy.
Well worth it.
$15 for going to the washroom and $15 for a shower. Then we got Phil here. He's got a big fold-out bed here.
Yeah, Phil, you know, you've kind of got the biggest bed here, and we've had a few applicants looking, so I'm gonna have to rent out the other side of the hide bed. So
we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys here, and we got a potential 6th renter coming here.
It's like going to a trailer park, you know. If you want 2 pads, you got to pay for 2 pads.
Come on, you.
Back in BC,
The pull on it.
Howie is pushing his trucks and their operators to the max.
Keep going. I'm gonna put my wheel lift down. Keep going. I don't like this.
He wanted to stop. Well, I pushed him out of the way and grabbed the levers and blocked them in. I'm not gonna let the truck go over backwards. I'm gonna stop long before that happens. And as long as things are moving forward, keep pulling.
Wayne lowers his wheel lift to brace the back end of his truck.
Yeah, put that down once you get your wheels about that high in the air. You gotta get some pull on it.
It just starts sliding towards me.
Jam a board under that thing.
When you get steel on concrete, it doesn't really grip. You need friction to keep it in place.
Just stop it from skidding around. How are you doing? Slide. Yeah, it's gonna pull towards you. Go. Stand up. Up. Keep going, Don. Okay. Howie, I don't want it to hit you. Keep going. Stand up. Up.
On British Columbia's Highway 3,
I should put my wheel lift down. Keep going.
tensions are running high.
Okay.
Heavy Rescue is fighting to flip a B train.
Go, keep pulling, man.
With 3 small wreckers,
Keep pulling on it, man.
Howie refuses to give in.
On it. Here it comes.
The tractor is back on its wheels, but the trailer refuses to cooperate. Howie scrambles to move a line for better leverage.
Get going. Okay, here she comes. Get out of the way. Look out. Get out of there. Textbook.
Somewhere in there's a physics lesson for the school classes.
Just drive ahead. Leave those on there. Just drive ahead. Come on. Okay, you can clear traffic out. I want to make sure they got a full open lane.
Traffic is moving, but 3 lanes are still blocked.
Happy that it's on its wheels. Till I get it completely out of the way, they're not going to be completely happy.
Grab that big hook. Ready? Yep. Run. Howie, that's good.
Howie hooks up to the tractor's tow pin and uses his deck winch to pull the truck back onto the road.
Look at that winch go, man. I love this truck more and more every day.
That bull winch, yeah.
Now Howie lines up to haul the rig away.
Here, right here. Right in the front. It's just a little glorified 1-ton, right? I'm trying to pick up the front end of a tractor. I'll just follow you with lights on.
To get the highway open, Howie will have to haul the tractor and trailers to the nearest pullout.
Sweet.
At the top of Sunday Summit, the second highest point on the entire highway.
The concern is that the truck and the trailers weigh 3 times as much as the truck I'm driving. Okay, let's go. Let's try this.
In Alberta, Brandon's decided that to stick it out, he needs a home away from the crew house.
Grown men should not have to live in such a tight, jammed little place, you know what I mean? Like, we're a business.
So he's moved in with Sammy.
Those guys in the sardine can is pretty tight there. I've seen it, it's not good. No, I couldn't handle it.
This is our kitchen area, and this is where we cook. I have a TV set up so I can game and stuff on my free time, which I haven't had yet. And in here is our living sanctuary. We have our Sammy's bed, my beautiful couch.
We're gonna cook curry. Moose meat and ground beef mixed together.
Sammy and I like the same kind of foods and stuff, and they eat their beans and hot dogs or something, so I'm not too much into that.
Oh, it looks so good.
We're like Starsky and Hutch, you know? Sammy, I've never had a moose curry before. This is gonna be a first.
Oh, yeah. Voila.
Voila.
All right. Here's a good one. Awesome, man.
Yeah, you behind me, he's in front of me. Okay. In case I need a bumper.
Back near Princeton, BC, Howie's gearing up for the drive to the pullout at Sunday Summit, where he'll split up the tractor and trailers.
You gotta split that big load up. I can't make it all the way home. There's not a hope.
I can go as far as the first safest place to separate it.
To get there, he has to haul a very heavy load over very steep terrain.
It's a challenge. I'm 105 feet in length. I'm 70,000 pounds gross. It's the big suck. There ain't no stopping until you get to the top. Don't even think about it, because there ain't nothing gonna stop that going down the hill backwards.
Brutal. Brutal.
It's a white-knuckle ride for Howie, hauling the wrecked lumber truck up a steep mountain pass.
Probably 35,000 kilograms gross right now, which is pretty close to 70,000 pounds.
If he loses momentum, the load could pull him back down the hill.
Don't be stupid. Don't let it stall. The key is, don't stop.
Not one bit is this idea.
Howie's aiming for the closest brake check, where he can safely separate the tractor from the trailers.
We're not free and clear until we hit that pullout, man.
It's gonna be like a short-legged bulldog trying to run up the hill. It's gonna have its tongue hanging out by the time I get to the top. I'm at the top. I am the top.
I didn't start breathing again until I had that thing parked and I was out of the truck. That's the moment when I could release my sphincter.
Howie gets to work separating the tractor, which he'll haul back to Hope. But towing the heavy tractor for the long journey home is still a big concern.
Well, you saw how I was struggling to lift the front because it's got so much weight on the nose. If I can deflate the air ride, chain the back axle up tight, reinflate the air ride and get this axle to hang in the air, it's an extra 1,600 kilograms off my drive. It's always handy to take a little bit of stress off an overworked truck. I've created a fulcrum point off this axle.
When you put a fulcrum in the middle of a big plank that has weight on either end of it, it makes it a teeter-totter.
Everything behind this point, this center line of this tire, everything behind it has now become counterweight to the front of the tractor. Instant counterweight.
Just after 8 p.m., Jamie's brother Kelly arrives with a tractor to haul away the damaged trailers.
I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. We'll actually back into it and try to pin it first.
It's a long day. We're 12 hours into one job. It's time to get it done.
And the end is finally in sight.
All I can hope for is that I'm an asset to the company and that I can make them some money so that I can make some money.
I'm amazed we even got this accomplished.
Let's get out of here.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Holy!
A violent wreck.
It's minus cold.
Test the new arrivals in Alberta.
Get over!
Back in BC, massive carnage chokes off 2 highways.
See what we can do.
Keep it going.
And a pair of lone wolves
Hang on a sec, Al.
have to pull off the impossible.
That is nasty.